This sweater's still wet from the dryer. Ew. Oh my God. Today I'm here because straight people suck.
She's the one I'm thinking of. Hey, the only one I'm thinking of. Hey, she's everything I'm dreaming of. Hey, the one that I can live without.
Today I'm here because straight people, I mean, we're over it. We're over it, straight people. Hey humans, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of I Heard She's a Lesbian. I'm Breanne Williamson, and that's all you really need to know. Where was I going with that? If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out as a smaller creator. Very exciting, we've just hit 33, 34, 30. My building is doing construction, and it's loud. Everyone laughs at me because I celebrate every single milestone, but I'm gonna continue celebrating every single one of you because I think that is actually insane that that many people watch my videos. I'm sorry. Can this please stop? Please. Thank you. It's never gonna end. The sounds are gonna keep going. Oh, they've stopped. Okay, good. In all honesty, if you're someone who comes back to my channel all the time, but you haven't subscribed yet, I appreciate you watching, but it really does help me out if you hit that subscribe button. It sounds silly because I know you can just search my name into the search engine, or maybe I show up in your recommended videos, but as a small creator who puts a lot of time into recording videos for pretty much $0, considering the fact that most of my videos are demonetized as an LGBTQ+ creator, it really helps me get out there and more people see my videos if you subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button and comment down below. Today, we are talking about things straight people take for granted. The heterosexuals. What do they get that we don't? What are we bitter about? 1. Healthcare. How convenient is it to go into a healthcare provider and discuss things such as your genitals without having to explain further? For example, I recently went to the doctor and was talking about getting a pap test done, and they were asking me every question about being sexually active, which I was answering yes, and then they were really confused why I wasn't on birth control. It was this whole thing, and then I had to come out to this random doctor, which is fine, but then they were awkward, and it just makes a already awkward situation of a stranger having their fingers probing inside your vagina even more awkward. Number 2, job hunting. How wonderful would it be if you didn't have to worry about your sexual orientation affecting your ability to get a job? Could you imagine if all that mattered was your experience or education or how well you did in the interview? That'd be nice. Unfortunately, for many places in the world, or just many specific businesses, that is not the case. There are many businesses that you may not think are homophobic, but actually they're funding homophobic movements behind the scenes, which is fun. Chick-fil-A, we're watching you. Furthermore, once you get hired, then you have to worry about coming out to your entire workplace, many of which may be homophobic, maybe they're not, but they're fucking awkward about it, or maybe they want to overdo it so much that they bring it up every damn day for the rest of the time that you work there, and you are then the token gay in the office who's so cute and gay, and that's who you are, and that becomes your entire persona instead of being the person who's doing their damn job. Number 3, travel. Wouldn't it be amazing if you could just get on a plane and go somewhere and not worry about ending up in jail for holding your significant other's hand? Would be nice. Unfortunately, for LGBTQ+ people, especially trans people or LGBTQ+ people of color, you are at great risk traveling to certain areas and actually going to jail or getting beat up, called homophobic slurs, not allowed into establishments, kicked out of establishments. It is a whole extra thing. There's a reason that there's channels dedicated to LGBTQ+ travel. Even if where you live is safe, every time you make a decision to travel somewhere, you have to be conscious about it. In fact, every time I book a hotel, I make sure that they're LGBTQ+ friendly. Sounds silly, but I really don't want the awkward moment of me and my girlfriend being super excited to go in to a vacation, and then we go to check in and we're getting stares, or worst case scenario, we're being kicked out. This happens all over the US. all over Canada. I just want to make that clear. A lot of people, when I say stuff like this, think I'm talking just about super international travel. That is not the case. I have many firsthand stories. We're not gonna go there today, but it sucks. That brings us to number 4, PDA. And I'm not talking making out in the streets or humping each other at the club. I'm talking about holding hands, giving each other a peck on the cheek, and fearing for your life. And yes, I'm laughing through this because I know people are gonna think I'm being dramatic, that I'm being this person that just likes to be this LGBTQ, oh, it's so hard for us. But no, you actually have to consciously think about this stuff. Whether you wanna hear homophobic slurs, whether you wanna get punched in the face, those are all things that you have to think about when you're an LGBTQ person and you're deciding to show PDA in a public space, especially a setting that you're unfamiliar with, which is why LGBTQ plus safe spaces are so important. That is why we need those bars and those spaces. So for every heterosexual person out there that says, I don't get it, why do you need that? Why can't everyone just be happy under the same roof? Unfortunately, when I go to a straight bar with my girlfriend, I'm asked to prove why I'm gay or called a slur. Friends of mine have been punched in the face. So unfortunately, that is just not the case, and that is why LGBTQ plus spaces are so damn important. Number 5, gender in media. Every book I read growing up, and still read unless I specifically look for a queer book in a queer section, which is about this big, has a heterosexual love story going on. And I have to replace myself with one of those characters to feel amongst that scenario. Whether it's a book, a TV show, a movie, all of those spaces are just so heterosexually normative. It sucks being a queer person and not being able to see yourself represented. And when you are represented, it's the token gay character that often is used for comedic relief, or they're like the sidekick best friend. Or if you do get a movie that's about you, such as Love, Simon, loved the movie, it's like the one. This is the gay movie, there you go, check it off, and yet everyone else gets 8,000 rom-coms, but like we're supposed to settle down once we have one. And once again, I have to watch that movie and see myself as a male character who's loving a male character, but I'm just excited because it's gay. You see what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is the overall representation. As a heterosexual person, you grow up seeing yourself represented every day, in and out, in school, in textbooks, used as examples in math problems, etc., etc., etc. In regular conversations, you are represented when people talk about families. And the lack of representation, it sucks. So feel very lucky for your representation. No one wants to take that away. They just want more representation for other people as well. Number 7, meeting the parents with a blank slate. As a heterosexual person, most of the time, when you're meeting your partner's family, you just have to be a good person that they like. That's it. That seems like a lot for some people, but for us, we're already going into it with, oh God, my parents already feel uncomfortable. Maybe this is the first person that I've brought home of the same gender. Maybe I'm coming out with the fact that I'm dating this person. My parents maybe hate this. They don't even want to be there. They already can't stand this person because they're ruining their daughter or son, and it is a representation of my sexuality, which they are uncomfortable with and don't like. All that happens before they even meet the person. You could be amazing and you're already walking in with this whole umbrella of shit of like, wow, you suck and you're making this so complicated for us and like our lives suck because of you, thanks a lot. It's fun, it's great. Meeting the parents, so fun as a gay individual. Woo. Number 8, your sexuality is assumed correctly. If you're heterosexual, chances are people meet you and they assume that you're heterosexual. And that's great because you never have to come out as heterosexual. You never have to explain why you're heterosexual, when you knew you were heterosexual, how you're sure you're heterosexual. Prove it. Are you really heterosexual? Make out with him. Show me that you're heterosexual. You don't get that. We do. Number 9 kind of ties into number 8, never having to prove your sexuality. So you've probably never been asked for a sexual resume to prove how heterosexual you are. Almost every LGBTQ plus person has been asked for this. For me, multiple times. Saying you're gay often isn't enough, especially as a queer woman. You have to validate it with how many vaginas you've actually touched, which is so inappropriate. It's so fucked up. But it really is a thing, like where people think that, okay, well, if you haven't done that yet, how are you sure? You've never been asked to make out with someone at a bar in front of a guy to prove that you're straight? That doesn't happen. You already have proven it just by being born. You were born, you proved that you were straight. Now you have to unprove it if you're not. Number 10, never having to come out, because like I said, you were born heterosexual. Congratulations, that's what you are. Unfortunately, that is the status quo. So if you are anything but, then you are expected to come out and explain to everyone around you, and you will be doing so for the rest of your life, which is exhausting. Those are the 10 things that straight people take for granted. And I just want to say that I love heterosexual people, and I think all of these things for you are amazing. And me making this video is not me saying that I don't think that all of these things should be there and present for you in your life. I just think that a lot of heterosexual people take for granted how wonderful those things are in their lives, that they can just walk through life with those things being the case, because for LGBTQ plus people, they're not. Simply, they're not. If you're straight, congratulations, these things are great for you. If you're LGBTQ, hopefully the world will get better. Hang in there, we're all in this together. I'm gonna take this time to make one more point. If you're heterosexual and you were offended by this video, look deeper into why were you offended. It's similar to when someone's looking for rights for a person of color and you're a white person and you feel defensive about it. Why is that? You might not like the answer when you look internally, but I suggest you do, and here's why. When you realize why you are getting defensive and offended by a video like this, and instead change your position and say, wow, yeah, I am really lucky, you recognize your privilege and you become an ally. And as an ally for the LGBTQ plus community, you can utilize your privilege to help those that don't have it. And that is something wonderful. So if you're one of those people and you're an ally for us, thank you so much. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what you want to see next on I Heard She's a Lesbian, and don't forget to subscribe and turn those post notifications on. It really does help me out as a small creator. I love you humans so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
You got that good vibe. I want to spend some time